Started this week off right. What's up, y'all? It's your boy King Cunch here, coming to you live from the Nerds Underground. I'm here on this beautiful Monday with the best co-host on YouTube, my man's Justin. What's going on, Justin?
Nothing much, man. Nothing much.
Look, man.
Just chilling.
Hey, man, look, we're just chilling. And if y'all are just chilling, hanging out with us here tonight, make sure you hit that like and subscribe and hit that share button, too, let people know you're here. So we can bring all the nerds here to the underground to get into the discussion we got tonight. Look, Justin, what could be a slow news day, you know, we finding stuff that's out there and whatnot. But all in all, how was your Monday?
You know, not too bad. Played some Valorant earlier. Dude, I was getting wrecked. I'm not gonna lie. I was getting wrecked on there. But you know, I'm chilling.
There's, you know what, like there's not a lot of, I don't think there's necessarily a lot of games out there that Justin doesn't get wrecked in. So I'm not surprised by that, but I'm glad you're having a good day.
Give like a permanent spot in my backpack. What are we talking about?
Look, I put the team on my back a lot with Justin.
Not true.
You know,
not true.
We make it happen. We make it work. We make it run. You know what I mean? What's going on, Mike Porter? What's going on,
What's up, Mike? What's up, bro?
Coachella Coastal. What's going on, Cyber Coastal? Look, man, we got a great show tonight. We got a lot of stuff to get into. I'm talking about from things that's being said about Black Panther and the Marvels, from Spider-Man. 4 news has been out there. Xmen and Spider-Man 97 news. Bro, come on, man. Look, Dan the Man already here. He says, man, I'm excited about the Marvel animated comeback. I'm too geeked on this Ready Player One stuff becoming a reality. Hope you guys are ready to cover the Readyverse and everything they're doing. Look, we might have to talk about the Readyverse later because I need to look more into that. But I'd be hyped for it too, bro. Like, to be real, man, I enjoy, you know, playing games, having fun, living life. So I think I might be. I think I would be down for that, but it does have to be like a limit to how far we're willing to go with it for me. Either way, to start off the night, let's start off the night here when I can pull it up on the screen. What's going on? There you go. Let's start the night off here with our first topic of the day. And this ain't going to be a long topic, but I just did want to address it because we need to, as this builds up, Justin, this is going to build up to a date that's happening on April 3rd with the whole Disney directors and board of directors stuff that's going on over there. There's a war over 2 seats on the Disney board. And there's a war going on between these people who are being called activist investors. Like, they're being called activist investors. And you would think when you hear activist investors, Justin, of what everything we've heard with activists so far in the Hollywood media, you would think of somebody, you know, wants to get a little wokey woke, right? Like, wants to lean a lot left. But in this case here, woke investors actually, activist investors actually refers to one side of the Disney board that wants to get really, really extremely conservative when it comes to the content they're producing. You know, people that's out there rocking with the Ike Perlmutters of the world. And if you don't know what I mean, let's read this article a little bit. And, you know, it'll give us some insight because, Justin, I feel like it's important we touch on this because we're going to be heading to a time where, yeah, there's about to be a real war for these seats. And it's going to be funny to see it play out if it changes. I don't think it's going to change. I think one side is actually pretty strong right here. But if it changes, we see how it plays out. This is in a recent interview with the Financial Times. Nelson Peltz, who is the person who is considered this activist investor, he questioned the leadership of Marvel, Kevin Feige, and the larger movie strategy of CEO Bob Iger. Though he said he did not want either leadership unseated, he said that he didn't want either leadership unseated. He questioned how long Feige should remain and what the strategy should be moving forward. He said this. Look, Justin, he said, people go to the movie to watch movies to be entertained. He said, like, they don't go to get a message. And Justin, on the thoughts of that, like, that's true, right? Like, we've been saying that to give them, like, you know, on a layered opinion type basis, right, Justin? Yeah. We've been saying that, like, I put quality over messaging, right? Like, I mean, you can have some messaging in there, but Justin, in a large part of it, what? We want a good movie. Exactly. I don't go to the movie to get preached at.
But messaging isn't bad unless if you're not letting that control your whole movie.
Look at Carl talking about fire Feige.
What's up, Carl?
What's up, Carl? What's up? Okay, my hotkeys is off right now. But he goes on to say this. He says, this is where it gets a little bit twisted. He goes on to say, why do I have a Marvel that's all women? Not that I'm against women, but why do I have to have that? Why can't I have Marvels that are both? Why do I need an all-black cast? He said later in the interview. And here's where we can go into some, kind of backfilling of this story. Because he is like silently getting support from CEO of Marvel, former CEO of Marvel, Ike Perlmutter, who has a track record, Justin, of being someone who's tried to block a lot of good things that we've been trying to see come on the screen, whether it be Black Panther or whether it be, just adding more diversity. Maybe Black Widow probably could have got her movie a bit earlier if Ike Perlmutter wasn't in the way. Things of that sort. Bob Iger had put this in one of the things that he said in the past, just to give you an idea. He said, this was back when Ike Perlmutter was against pushing things forward. Bob Iger said he wanted to move forward with things like Black Panther and said, I called Ike and told him to tell his team to stop putting roadblocks up in order that we put both Black Panther and Captain Marvel into production. That's the type of stuff that they're getting in the way. That's the kind of stuff that you're kind of at risk with when it comes to, maybe Nelson Peltz getting his way. Is saying that they really want to go back to the time where, you just have your all white male cast and all that. Justin, all that to say, we're living in a time where it's funny. I mean, look, part of it's right. Like, part of it is I don't want the messaging in there. Like, give me a good story. If, like, the messaging is overt, like, to be real, art should imitate life. Perfect example of what, the scene that we get at the end of Xmen 97 episode 2. We get the scene of the people storming into Magneto's trial. You got some people that's on the extreme side trying to be like, see, they're doing the January 6th thing, which I don't think is intentionally the case. It's the story to tell it. But that's the type of stuff that we want. Look, if it can apply to real life, and if you want to put it that way, that's fine. But we don't want the messaging. Now, where this dude gets it twisted is that we don't need none of it at all. And for a man to be so educated, to go out there and say, I don't need an all-white cast, bro, does he not realize how much money Black Panther brought in? Does he not realize how Black Panther really elevated that franchise? Like, Black Panther was a key part of the run to Infinity War and to Endgame. Let's be real. Without Black Panther, the numbers, Black Panther gave a boost to Infinity War that, like, just won't get recognized the way it should. When you think about the number of people who became Marvel fans off of Black Panther and were more apt to go see what happened in Wakanda, you were able to use him to be able to prop the movie up. Dude, this asinine statement, dog, and for him to even say it's an all-black cast. It won't even an all-black cast, bro. Yeah, dude. This ignorance got to be taken out. I'm sorry.
I mean, that dude just justified why he should not have a seat. Like,
exactly.
What's up, Nighthawk?
What up,
yeah,
Nighthawk?
Bro, that is such a dumb, honestly, kind of shows your colors a little bit type statement.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, it's not the fact that you have these the Marvels and the Black Panther, which Black Panther, if I don't, he's an idiot for having that be part of his argument, anyways, because Black Panther. It's pretty universally seen as a good ass movie.
It pretty much is.
Like, tell me, I don't know, bro. Use something with Wanda or something. Not even Wanda, because you couldn't even use Wanda. Was universally seen as a pretty good show. Just stick to the Marvels. Just say the Marvels. I don't understand why he's like trying to make it all like that. I don't understand, because this
is look, he could have had people if he had stopped there. We want the messaging.
That's all he should have said. That's all he should have said. The messaging
I just lost you.
Need to be done.
Oh, that was me. I think I accidentally hit a button.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was me. I don't know how I put
yeah.
you.
Am I good?
Yeah, you good. You good. That was on me.
Okay. But yeah, the messaging part is what he should have said, because the thing is, you can have messaging. I don't know if this guy's too stupid or just that has underlying biases that he's just trying to act like he doesn't have. But if you have good movies, you can can layer some of the messaging in it, and it doesn't matter because it's
Exactly.
so fucking good. Oh my gosh,
when the stuff is so good, you can get the point across, and without stepping on toes. I hadn't seen yet one person, and maybe I'm not on that realm of Twitter. I ain't seen yet one person complain about what we saw in episode 2 of Xmen 97. Right now, like what I have seen is people on the left trying to point out, hey, they're calling y'all out, but I haven't seen anybody complain about that scene, bro, because nobody feels attacked, nobody felt triggered, other than the people trying to look like they're right. And I don't even get that. We'll get into that a little bit later, maybe when Chillin's in here, because it's something that, like, y'all are looking at these places to say that you're right on one side or not. That's not what we're looking for. We're just looking for good entertainment. You know, things tend to morally be on the right side when they're trying to put these type of things out. So, you know, somebody's going to feel like they're right. Somebody's going to feel like they're wrong. But at the end of the day, Peltzer seems like a dummy to come out with like an ignorant statement like that. You show your ignorance when you talk about I don't need an all-black cast, but you have...
Whoever the fuck is his representation needs to be slapped, because to let him say this shit...
Miss Marvel was far from all-female. Like, Miss Marvel had a lot of males in. Like, Samuel L. Jackson was...
to him, it's a black male right there, so he's triggered off of that.
He's triggered off of it.
Save me that shit, man. Like...
It is, Carl. Marvel's is better than Ant-Man. Enzo says, hey, since we know that the upcoming reboot, they will recast T'Challa, a new character, but it's going to be an aged up of his son that make him... Look, I already figured that if they recast, like if they do the reboot, one, we're never going to get a recast of T'Challa because that version of T'Challa is dead. That's it. It won't be recasted. The bringing his son into play, though, I'm fine with it. It's a way to honor the person that lived in real life and to kind of keep that connection going. So I'm fine with it if you want to have it his son and he's an aged up T'Challa. At the end of the day, nobody's going to really, to me, care or remember that while the movie's going on. But
no, if it's a dope movie, it'll fuck about that.
If it's a dope movie, it'll live. But look, I just want to throw that out there because, like I said, this saga is going to continue to go on until April 3rd when we have that vote go down with the Disney board. Really hoping that Bob Iger's side wins. Look, I'm not trying to say I want to go woke, go broke type thing, and I don't even know if that's really an actual metric that people can actually stand on or support. But I don't want to go down that path. I just want good quality stuff with, you know, some characters that look like me. Maybe you actually have some better story that you give them, and that it doesn't feel like they're just there to be there. You know, maybe you actually make Sam an actual useful part of this world in the MCU.
And
we move on. And we move on. And I didn't mean to throw that shade at Sam, but Sam always gets strays from me. Oh, he said Chillmonger was right. Probably about what he probably agrees about what Chillmonger be saying about T'Challa. But at the end of the day, like I said, when we get a movie going, nobody's gonna care. Not sure it shouldn't be Black Panther 2. What's going on? IJ Sack. I mean, I don't know, bro.
I don't pronounced know. Isaiah or Isaac?
It looks like Isaac. Either way, though, that's it there. April 3rd is going down on the Disney investor line. But, bro, let's go ahead and get into it, like some of the real juice of today and what we got on the thumbnail. And that is some of these Spider-Man 4 news, right? Spider-Man 4 has always been out there. You know, of course, they're working on like 3-4 different Spider-Man projects at the same time. Whether it be Spider-Man 4 in the MCU, Spider-Man 4 in the Sony Universe with Tobey Maguire, whether it be Spider-Man across the Spider-Verse, or even Spider-Man Noir. All I have to say is, for topic number 2, we got to get into what's going on with Spider-Man Tom Holland in the MCU, because to me, that's the most important and enticing thing, especially as we're building out this saga. Now, look, Alex Perez, Justin, over there at Cosmic Circus, somebody who I really trust in his sources like that, he comes out to say a whole bunch of stuff that we're going to get into in this Ask Me Anything, and they kindly put it in an article, right? They kindly put this stuff in the article and everything that he talked about in his Discord, where he just took questions from everybody. Want to focus in on this Spider-Man 4 question to get your takes, and this really ties in to maybe give us some insight of what they're going to be doing with that movie and where we are on that debate that Sony was having when they were trying to say, do we go with a multiversal story or grounded story? Better yet, by the way, before we get into that, make sure y'all hit that like button while you sitting here and standing there. Better hit that like button. But here's a question that comes in. He says, I have a few questions regarding Tom Holland's Spider-Man, not just Spider-Man 4, but so much more with the character of Peter. Like, may he appear to be moving forward. Could we expect to see him much older and more mature in the next films? Will he be that beacon of hope of New York to people as mentioned in the last film? Here's what Alex had to say back to that. Let's listen in. He says, Peter's first trilogy was all about establishing his origin in the MCU. I know people complain about him being novice and acting childish at times, but that's who he is. He's just 15 when we meet him in Civil War, and then 17 by the time No Way Home ends. Crazy that he's only 17 over that span of time. But in Homecoming, Peter wanted to prove himself to be an Avenger, fighting alongside Tony, but then realized that the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man was better for him. In Infinity War and Endgame, he was forced to rise to the challenge of being an Avenger. And Far From Home, he struggles with establishing himself as his own hero when everyone else expects him to be the next Iron Man, and all he wants after everything he's been through is to have a normal moment as Peter Parker. This thread is further explained in No Way Home when his identity is revealed, and he learns that Peter Parker Spider-Man cannot truly coexist without putting the people he loves in danger. True. Now, this all leads to the next chapter of his story. The idea now moving forward is to give him a sense of independence. In his mind, Peter is no more. Peter Parker is no more. In his mind, Peter Parker is no more, but Spider-Man lives on. Since he's either lost or detached himself from everyone he's ever loved, and all that he has to keep him moving forward is being Spider-Man, whether the city loves him for it or not. As the title of Spider-Man continues to consume Peter's life little by little, Peter Parker will take a back seat and continue to fade from existence slowly. The story point can be compared to Robert Pattinson's Batman in The Batman. Look, I hate that last line because at the end of the day, I can't really relate to what that compares to.
That's a bad comparison.
That's a bad. Look, if you wanted it to resonate with everybody, look, he's a detective. I don't know.
Didn't even succeed in his work.
But Justin, on the quest, let's get back to the topic though, because what I'm gathering from this is that they're going to be really diving into your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, like your Spider-Man story. Now, but it will be interesting to see the lack of Peter, and I'm trying to find things that it relates to, but maybe somewhat in Spider-Man 2 or maybe somewhat in Spider-Man 3 from the OG trilogy. We get a little bit of that, like him diving into the Spider-Man thing, putting the whole family thing aside. I would love to see like just the dynamic of what Peter is going to be going through mentally. Like, to me, this sounds like a very, very much more mature movie. A very much mature movie where he's going to really be having to figure out, and it's going to resonate with a lot of people because he's going to be figuring out adulthood. He's going to be figuring out what it's like to be who he is, and also going through the parts of people only love me for being Spider-Man. Nobody knows me outside of this. So to really take on on the persona and what's good, Roz, to really take that on and to take it home, that's going to be very interesting and integral part of this movie. Justin, what do you think? What do you think about hearing that as far as them allowing Peter Parker to take a backseat and like he's just focusing on Spider-Man, and they seem to be focusing more on this personal side of things?
I like that, but at the same time, we need the Spider-Man shit. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. By backseat, like what do they mean mainly by backseat? I guess
like Peter Parker would take a backseat as far as like he's not really focused on what's going on with Peter. He's not building personal relationships as Peter. That's not his focus.
Okay.
That's not his focus.
I personally don't think that. I think you need to really find a balance and have that in there, and have both of them in there, because like he's going through a really pivotal time in his life.
Yeah.
For you to just kind of like make that insignificant is kind of like, and to me, it's kind of like unfulfilling.
I don't think they're gonna make that insignificant. I think what they're getting at is that they're making this part of the story like part of his struggle. Like part of his struggle is throwing Peter Parker in the background. And we may see moments of him as Peter not wanting to interact with people. We may see moments of him as Peter just like struggling to build relationships with people. Yeah. And maybe that's interesting, like he'll continue to push people away and that becomes an interesting dynamic. But then also too, like let's think of the stories of what they're doing with this, because we know they want to tell a grounded story and we know they want to do multiversal stuff. If they wanted to go the route of doing like 70%, bigger story, 30% grounded, 70% grounded, 30% like multiversal stuff, having like the Peter Parkers come in there like from, maybe you have Toby, maybe you have Andrew, somebody to come in there and help guide him through that identity crisis that he may be having. to like feel like maybe it is worth building these relationships and meeting with new people, that could make for a very intriguing storyline to see this Peter Parker aspect rebound. Because I feel like at the end of the day, where would we be heading at the end of that movie? Because he bumps into MJ, he bumps into Ned, and they have no idea who he is. Is he going to try to rebuild those relationships and just find their love again as Peter Parker? Or is he just going to close himself off to the rest of the world and struggle being Peter Parker but excel at being Spider-Man? Yeah. And I think that's a story that we can kind of dive into, and he dive into his Peter Parker identity. I don't think it's necessarily saying we're not going to see that much.
Okay, because I want to see how he's dealing with the fact that he has to literally walk across his two best friends that don't remember him at all anymore. Yeah, I want to see how he's dealing with that on top of going through his day-to-day as Spider-Man and Peter. So I think it'd be cheapening. To me personally, I think it kind of cheapens the blow of what happened in the last movie if we don't get that dynamic in the next one. So,
and look, I love they're taking this route for you, boy, because it seems to be that like we've been craving that kind of story that seems to really be focusing on Tom. And let's be real, they'll probably give Tom some moments to act too, because I imagine he's gonna be out there trying to pay rent. He's gonna have to try to really try to keep people shielded off. He's going to be out there again on his own. What's going on, Star Wars MCU OG? He's going to be out there. What's going on, Lou? He's going to be out there trying to push this stuff on his own and to doing this thing on his own. And, dog, it's something that we just haven't seen him do before. So I think it's going to be interesting to see about him. That it does seem like he's going to be catching a lot of smoke from the New York City, bro. Like we talked about that point of him, whether they love him for it or not. We hear what's supposed to be going on with Devil's Reign. Like, we know that if he's out there doing something, he might be public enemy number one in the eyes of some of the people out there. And some of the people in charge, if you will, that's pushing out messaging. So that's part of what he's going to be struggling with, too. To me, this sounds like it's having to make it for a really good movie. And if you sprinkle in the multiverse stuff, I was somebody who was like, maybe keep the multiverse stuff for the post-credit scene. But if you sprinkle in the multiverse stuff for this in the middle of it, giving the experiences that the other Spider-Men have, that can make for a recipe for a dope banger movie, bro. Now, I'm also be real. They did a little bit of that in the last movie. Like, we can't keep going back to that well of him just getting mentorship from. So, you know what? Maybe he forms a new friendship.
I honestly don't think we bring any multiversal stuff until
the end.
Yeah,
look, hey, bro. Look, the rumors ain't out there, but I just got to throw it out there. Maybe he builds a new friendship and finds somebody in the name of Norman Osborn. I mean, not Norman Osborn, Harry Osborn. Maybe he finds a new friendship and builds a relationship with somebody like Harry Osborn, and then builds a relationship with a mentor who helps him struggle with his identity stuff through Norman Osborn. And maybe that's how you build that in. And on top of that, Harry could be going to MIT with MJ and Ned.
I did like...
That's a possibility. I don't know if they're doing that. I don't know if that's not rumored, but that's something that they could do. That could be a dope way to tie it all.
I think it was our boy Josh who said what would be cool is because he's met Charlie Cox at this point. Mm-hmm. So maybe Charlie doesn't really know what it is, but he's like, there's something about you is familiar because of his senses. And I think that'd be a cool. Yeah, get that that dynamic between them going, and then you got Daredevil and Spider-Man working.
That'd be dope.
Josh said that a long time ago. I'm gonna give him the credit, but I think that'd be a great angle. I see a lot in chat about bringing live Miles. Look, this no, y'all know me. I am the biggest Miles fan out here, but I don't want him rushed into a live action movie. I do not want him rushed into a live action movie when Marvel and Sony's relationship is already dog shit right now. It's not a good time. Let's not do it.
Look, let's not get into our live stuff right now with them. Yeah, let's not dive into it. Let's just continue to build things out and work your relationship out. Look, whatever they're working out, I'm kind of satisfied with what they're doing now, as long as they can keep Sony away from my shit.
Go ahead and answer Enzo's question.
What did Enzo say?
He's asking about how you feel about T'Challa's son
being the new Black Panther. Yeah, like I said before, I think they raise him up after the reboot. They age him up. He's an adult. His name is T'Challa, and he doesn't even have to be the same one, but he could just have the same backstory, or they could just find some way to represent the fact that he's the son of T'Challa. But either way, even if they don't do that, I don't care. I don't have a preference. I just have an inkling that like they're going to try to find some way to continue to honor Chadwick Boseman.
That's where I am.
Like I just have an inkling.
I want them to bring some. Honestly, I just want them to do something to continue Black Panther. T'Challa.
That doesn't matter.
No matter how they do it, it just better be a good fucking movie. That's all I care about. And it better be well thought out.
And it better represent the legacy of who T'Challa is from the comics. That's all I care about. Now, like again, I don't think fine. Give us T'Chaka. Like that's what give son of T'Chaka. That makes sense. That adds up. But also at the end of the day, if he's just T'Challa, the son of T'Challa, we all understand why. And again, that's just what I think they're gonna do. That's like there's no speculation, there's no want. There's no rumors out there. That's just like my opinion of what they're going to do, just based on how everything they said, the high regard they have for Chadwick Boseman. They're going to try to find a way to honor him. Yeah. And I think that's just a simple and easy way. What's up, Amy? I think that's just a simple and easy way to do that. It's just, the question of why is his dad T'Chaka in the comics? Why is his dad T'Challa in the movies? This is why. That's it.
Unfortunately, guys, we're going to have to use outside world context probably of why they're doing some things. Like, unfortunately, I know it sucks, but we might have to use outside of the Marvel world intellect on why they're doing some things.
But yeah, Carl, you're right. T'Challa is definitely needed, and T'Challa, like to me, they should definitely bring in a T'Challa from the multiverse, and Secret Wars, and find a way to have an older T'Challa in Secret Wars. My perfect way is to bring him in from Fantastic Four, from that universe that's being destroyed in Fantastic Four. Bring him in from there, and that way you can have T'Challa in Secret Wars, and that all makes sense and it adds up, and we can live a happy life in this MCU world. But with all that being said, let's get to our third main topic of today, Justin. That is the Marvel Animated Studios rumors that's out there. When you got the Fox Xmen 97 universe, you have rumors out there of them bringing back the Fox. Damn it. Let me restart that. Because it's not Fox. It's not Fox. But our second main topic of the day is the animated 90s universe out there, with the revival of the Xmen 97 series out there, with the possibility of the Spider-Man 90 series coming back into play now. People are starting to wonder, are they building out something with a Marvel animated universe that will tie into a larger picture? Now, we just talked about part of a story that came from that AMA that Alex Perez did over there with the Cosmic Circus, and he so kindly put into an article here on their Discord. And by the way, I joined their Discord. You should join our Discord too. But what's going on, J Phil? What's going on, Griff? And Amy, what's up? What's up? But let's talk about this, because there was a question about the animated universes, and this is what Alex Perez had to say. The question was, as the Incredible Hulk, Iron Man, the Fantastic Four, are the Incredible Hulk, Iron Man, the Fantastic Four going to share a continuity with X-Men / Spider-Man 97 again in X-Men 97? Alex says this: there have been discussions about exploring a Marvel's 90s animated universe, which will most likely be explored through X-Men 97 at this time. There is a potential for more projects to be developed within this universe, the most likely candidate being a sequel series to the Spider-Man animated series. But this is still in very early development, as the idea is being tossed around. He has some more to say about the Spider-Man animated stuff. He said this, in regards to, the question was in regards to rumors pertaining to Storm appearing in What If Season 3, which there was a rumor out there that Storm will be in What If Season 3. What's going on, C-Dub? He says, do you have any information into how that will exactly work considering the X-Men 97 is not currently connected to the MCU in any way, shape, form, or fashion, and I assume the proper introduction of the X-Men mutant kind will likely be coming in Deadpool and Wolverine. This is what he had to say about that. Because remember that story out there, Justin, about there's some confirmation that it wasn't connected to the MCU? That one of the creators of X-Men 97 was saying, yeah, we're doing our own thing. Remember that?
A little bit.
A little bit?
Yeah, a little bit. I vaguely remember it, yeah.
He says, this is a response. He says, yeah, the question is correct, in stating that the main MCU timeline is not connected to X-Men 97, but they do exist within the MCU as a part of the larger multiverse. However, I have no information regarding Storm being in What If Season 3. As for the introduction of X-Men, and mutant kind has already been introduced in the MCU continuity with characters like Ms. Marvel and Namor. They will continue to build up as such. So, all that to say, first of all, it's still possible that that all of this is taking place in the 838, that the 90s universe takes place in the 838. That's still very possible. All right, I'm just gonna throw that out there. That theory that I say I'm like 40% on, Justin, that thing still got some legs on it. All right, like it ain't completely wrapped up. But to me, yo, this is dope. I put it out there on Twitter, like they should have done this with Spider-Man 97, with the Spider-Man 90 series from jump, instead of giving us this friendly neighborhood Spider-Man that's not connected to the MCU, that doesn't seem to have any real implications on what we're talking about. Look, I'm gonna be real. They need to hop on this shit for real. It's got legs.
Yeah, they do.
It's got legs, called. But they need to hop on this for real and build this universe out. If you're giving an homage to all of the universes that's been out there before, like if you're paying homage to all of the universes that's been out there throughout the Marvel movie, I guess, experience, when you have the things that took place outside of the MCU, you gotta recognize the animated stuff too. And to me, that's beautiful and brilliant, bro. And they'll give us some time. Look, I know I'm hanging on to that theory. I keep telling y'all, it's just not there, bro. It's just possible. The theory is possible. The theory is the Xmen 97, the Spider-Man 97 now. All of those, Spider-Man 9, the 90s Spider-Man, all of those animated series could take place in the 838. I'm just saying. They're building. They can't be building it up for nothing now. All right. I'm just saying there's a chance. Yeah, I'm saying there's a chance. I'm just saying there is a chance.
I don't know about you. I want these to come back. Like, I want them to go out and just take the leap and do these, right? Yeah. I'll be honest. It don't even matter if it has like a strong connection to A3. I just want them to do them. To me, they're especially with what we're getting from Xmen 97, bro, they're that good to where like it's like, yo, if this is what y'all are gonna do, and if this is how you're gonna cook, like, look, don't overdo them to where quality's bad, but just keep doing them. They're fun. They're
but like I said, just connected
good
somewhere.
Stories, man.
I wanted to be connected somewhere, and if you like to be in Secret Wars or something, like to have some type of connection in Secret Wars where you're having this huge you're having this huge thing where all of these universes are being recognized and being given respects as they're about to be wiped out. That's something I need to see happen for the next. To me, it's like it adds more investment to even go back and watch that, because back then that was all we had. All we had was the animated stuff. The animated stuff at this point is supposed to be taking a backseat to the live action, supposed to be. But maybe that's another conversation for Marvel to be having, is that maybe they need to be leaning more into this animated side. And I think that's something they could be realizing with Xmen 97 and how much of a hit it is.
Is because there's still that huge stigma on cartoon shit.
Yeah, I feel
so. Until that is completely broken, because like I think obviously everyone knows I'm a fucking huge lover of the Spider-Verse, but there's still a stigma on that. Like. It took it going to Netflix for it to really gain some traction. So if they don't want to super connect it, I'm fine with that, and I understand why. But keep these going, at least, for sure. Keep these going. I'm here for that.
I'm here for that too, man. And look, I'm excited to see where they're headed with it. To me, it makes sense that you go this path and you connect all those universes. It adds shows, it adds a connectivity into those shows. And, apparently it is something that they were able to do back in the 90s. So, like I said, I'm a youngin'. I was a little kid in the 90s. Yeah, I remember the Spider-Man being on more than the X-Men show. Like, I was able to have that on more, like, to actually remember watching that when it was on. But I don't remember shit that happened in it. So, from what I understand, they've connected those universes already. They had a crossover with Storm coming into an episode of Spider-Man. They had an episode with Spider-Man being in the episode of the Xmen 97. The Xmen 92 series. So this is something that can continue, and the Iron Man, the Hulk series, all that stuff out there sounds dope. This stream is not wide enough. Yeah, it's not. It would never be. It would never be wide enough for you.
We love the white people, but like.
It would never be
brothers. Like
it will never be wide enough.
Expecting.
But with that being said, when it comes to, yes, it is. I'm here. Ah, there you go, Carl. Carl's white now. Carl brings the white. Carl brings the red. If you connect that, the universe has to die. I suppose it could be the series from now. Look, that universe has to die, and that could be a great way to even bring those fans to the theaters for that movie. Now, of course, the multiverse could always be reinstated, and it seems like it's going to be. And that's how it happened in the comics. The multiverse is reinstated. We just don't explore it. We know the multiverse is out there. We just don't explore it. And that, to me, is a cool way to reboot the universe. Like, yeah, the multiverse exists, but if it doesn't exist, look, if the multiverse didn't exist, what would be this whole thing for, right? Like, if we get to the end of Secret Wars, and then they just satisfied with just dumbing it down to one universe, what was the whole thing for? This whole thing is to make it to where we have a multiverse, where universes don't die. So, yeah, there has to be a, is it not? Or are you reading something else?
I'm reading.
Okay. You
it's not there yet.
I said that.
No, it was not to you. No, not to you. Not to you. But
hold on. Is it? What is your fan favorite for Cyclops, Jean Grey, look, I don't know. I don't have one for either one of those. I think Henry Cavill would be great as Cyclops.
Honestly, he has that jawline for it. Mm-hmm. That jawline.
Yeah, I feel like Henry Cavill would be dope as Cyclops. But I don't really have. Look, I don't got the juice like that when it comes to actors. I don't got the juice
Grey,
like
though.
that.
I don't know about Jean Grey.
Yeah, I don't know about Jean Grey either. But what I do know about is our other main topic of today. That is Xmen 97 coming out tomorrow at 3 a.m. Actually, Wednesday morning, 3 a.m. This is a great, awesome time. We could definitely all watch it together as a community.
You're staying up that late. That's what you're proposing.
Yeah, we're doing. We're saying F work. We're saying F our personal life. We're saying F our health. You know, they say if you don't get as much sleep, you're more than likely to die younger. Yeah, we're effing our health. We're taking days off our life to stay up until 3 a.m. to watch Xmen 97. But neither here nor there, it might actually be effing worth it when you think about what happened in episode 1 and 2, bro. Episodes 1 and 2 were ridiculous. Justin, what are you expecting? Get out chat, Justin. Get out chat, Justin.
Look, I was just reading.
Justin gets caught up.
It's a car, man. You'll eat. Look, pick your head up, brother. Pick your head up, brother.
Oh, what's going on?
He had a tough Monday.
Oh, dude, hold your head, bro.
But hey, look, you gonna get through it. You get to,
you hold your
head.
To
chill, chill a little bit.
Yeah.
So, but look, right, I'm engaged now. I'm engaged.
All right, you're engaged. All right, look, Xmen 97. After episodes 2, we got episode 3 coming out tomorrow night. And look, I'm excited because to me, they didn't drop the ball in episode 1 and episode 2. Both of them were bangers. Like, they found a way to have that continue. Bro, can we continue the cliffhangers, the hype, the intensity into episode 3? Bro, I think they've set it up to perfectly just have us right back into the story when you think about where we ended off with episode 2. Just a quick refresher. Ending off with episode 2 on the storylines. You had Madeline Pryor possibly being there with the Jean Grey clone. Which one is Jean? Which Wayne? You got Storm losing her powers. Is it permanent? Is it not? You have Jean and Cyclops thinking about leaving. Rogue and Magneto. Like, did Magneto make Rogue condoms? Like, what's going on with Magneto? Is he able to tap Rogue? Like, what's condoms. Like what's happening? That sounds like it needs to be a condom line. I'm not even gonna cap. And then, like, bro, on top of that, just Magneto, period. Like, is he gonna earn the trust of the X-Men? What are his ulterior motives? Dog, what are you excited about? What do you want to know most about from episode 3?
Honestly, I want to know about this, but I don't want to know what's the word. I don't want them to overdo it. I want to know what's going on with Storm.
Yeah. So, I don't think you have anything to worry about them overdoing that either.
You know what I mean, though. I don't want this to be a whole side quest on everything, like they would probably do in like any type of Star Wars show, where we spend literally a full episode of filler learning what she's doing. So that's the only thing I don't want to do. But I do want to know. Obviously, I think we're going to find out that Scott was tapping the wrong one.
Yeah. Dude, we're gonna find out that Scott was definitely not.
Give Wolverine some hope.
He was, bro. Like, Wolverine see that moment and he sees that. Hold up, this is my baby right here. Like rubs hands like Birdman.
He gonna
Like
be
on
in
the
the background. Look,
But look,
Scott did that. I would never.
and it's definitely Mr. Sinister. Look, do you think we'll get the Sinister intro? I want to watch a couple of videos on Sinister because I've seen Sinister in a couple of sides, like just a few comic things I read, but I haven't dove into X-Men comics like that. Because I primarily base my reading on what's in the MCU. So I haven't dove into X-Men comics like that, and I haven't really dove into Mr. Sinister. But from what I understand, Madeline Pryor and him creating a clone of Jean Grey is something that's definitely been done before. And to see that actually play out on screen, I'm excited to get nerdy. Like, I feel like this is going to get sweaty, nerdy, and lead to a whole bunch of, like, just cool threads. Like, to me, what will make this episode banger is if it leaves me wanting what I wanted in episode 2. And what I wanted at the end of episode 2 was to have the rest of the season out already. Like, I wanted to just continue to keep watching. And the only way they could do that in this episode is, again, to continue the storyline of, like, bro, what's happening next? What's leaving me off here? They did a great job of, like, what we just said earlier, Justin, of establishing, like, 4 different storylines for this season. And if they continue to build on that, I do think that maybe we do get, like, closer to a resolution of Storm, or maybe Storm does get resolved. Like, I don't think we're going to go looking into a day in the life of Storm. Like, I do think we maybe get some shots of, like, her feeling mopey around the mansion, or her, like, trying to use her power to get him to come back. But I don't think we're going to go down, or even talking to Magneto about it. And maybe that's the last time they come to it, is when she goes to talk to Magneto. We'll get into that there in a second, because I think Magneto could have something to do with it. But it's just going down the line of, like, letting her kind of get maybe 5% of the screen time going through her shit. You're giving us, I wonder who's going to be the villain this week of who we're fighting. But also as well, it's just going to be crazy seeing them have that dynamic of trying to figure out who Jean is, what's going on with Jean, and where that leads them to. But bro, I do want to touch on this whole, is Magneto going to clap Rogue?
You and fucking Josh, bro.
Look, I think it can have large implications, because what people out there saying about, like what Josh mentioned in the stream about the possibility of, like, manipulating the things at the cellular level, using the magnetism to keep it already around. Did he already clap? It's possible that he already has. So, is he really out there making a Rogue condom line, bro? If that's the case, he's, all jokes aside, he's going to give Storm her powers back. Now,
I mean, bro, if he's able to do this, I think figuring out a way to manipulate Storm's cells or whatever it would have to be would be a walk in the park.
Mm-hmm. That's the way you earn the trust.
Yeah.
From that moment on, he'll have the trust of the X-Men. Now, how he will have to do that, hopefully it doesn't involve him doing the same thing that Rogue had to do or wanted to do. But dog, did you see the way Rogue folded? Rogue folded. I mean, like,
okay, for her it's understandable.
He turned Rogue into water, bro.
Okay, can you blame her? No one else can do it. Like, literally, no one else can do it. So I can't blame her. And then, bro, the old comic, the meme, everyone knows. Do you blame Magneto? Come on.
Look. The meme was just jump angles. Like, the meme wasn't even real. The meme was more so like the angles was just hidden, because we've seen in all the other shots that it's not there. That's just really the angle shot.
To all the cosplayers on Instagram.
Oh no, like, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean the idea is there, but it's not. It's more so fantasy than it is. But look, dog, if he that could be the perfect setup. I mean, not necessarily with Rogue and Magneto smashing. They can do whatever they want to do. But the perfect setup for Storm to get her powers back. If he can find out something on the cellular level for Storm to do to get her powers back, that just sets it up to go. I ran right my face. Okay.
This motherfucker, bro.
And with that, folks, we are excited for episode 3 of Xmen 97. I will not be staying up to 3 o'clock to watch that jank, but shout out to the people who will. I will be watching it first thing in the morning. Yeah, let's just
you fucking
carry on.
You knew what was probably gonna happen. That's on you, bro. We know who's in the fucking chat. Jesus. The thing is, look, Griff. Yeah, but Chillin has a wife. Like he.
Somebody throw something. Somebody give somebody give Chillin a Tylenol or something. Give this man some melatonin.
Chillin hella horny. Yeah, I know, bro. He's a usual counterpart of needing to go take a fapping nap. It's crazy.
Yeah, old Chillin. Old Chillin. We love you, brother.
This fucking guy.
You know that I kind of have, like, every time I see Chillin, you kind of got a theme song in my head. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
Every time I see Chillin, all I hear is fapping napper, fapping napper. That's Chillin is your spirit. Bun sauce, he's your spirit animal. Then I
think you need a different spirit animal.
Remind me to never walk. Remind me that if I see you on the sidewalk,
never to shake your hand.
No, to cross the street. When I see you on the sidewalk, let me know what you. Let me know who you are, so I can cross the street.
Shit!
If Chillin is your spirit animal, he's your spirit animal. He ain't someone you look up to. He's your spirit animal. Skirt. I don't want to know what you get into. Oh man, I love you, Chillin. I love you, Chillin. But look, man, that's it for the main topics. But look, yo, I wanted to get back into this article. Maybe just if we can go over some things, it might maybe pique your interest because, like I said, he kind of laid out all the tea that he has, bro. When I mean like homie laid out tea, walk on by like Isaac Hayes, walk on by, bro. I'm just gonna I'm gonna take my phone out across the street.
Hello. Yeah.
If he, I'm sorry, Bun Sauce. You, if he's a spirit animal, I don't know if you're a good dude. If he's a spirit animal, I can't even be like, I'm sure you're a good dude.
Chillin's a good dude.
Chillin is definitely a good dude. Chillin is definitely a good dude. Don't get me wrong. I love Chillin. I call Chillin a good dude any day. But for you to say Chillin is your spirit animal based on this evidence.
That's a little OD, yeah.
You're based on this evidence in the context of this situation. For you to say Chillin is your spirit animal. Bun Sauce. I'm scared of you, bro.
Honestly, we should know this. His name is Bun Sauce.
I'm thinking like smash burger sauce or some shit, like shit you actually put on a bun. Oh, don't walk it back now, Bun Sauce. Don't walk it back now. Oh, don't walk it back now, bro.
Look, Bun Sauce. If you're a horny guy, look, it's
all you, bro. It's all good. It's all good, bro. Right, nah, that spirit animal shit had me weak.
Oh shit.
Nah, look, now. Not cheeks wet. Hey. Oh my God, let's move on. No Diddy. Yo, the Diddy stuff is wild. I just heard he got his house raided. I ain't looked at anything else.
Done.
But the fact that when I was looking up, it said Diddy Riddler. What's trending on Twitter? What's trending on Twitter? The Diddler.
That's
the Diddler. That's absurd, bro.
What type of time are we in right now? We got P. Diddy going through this shit, which the motherfucker lasted 50 years. So it's like, my Lord, did you not expect you were going to get in some trouble? Then we have this documentary, this Quiet on Set shit, that's literally ruining all my perspectives of some of my favorite TV shows growing up. Dude, we're in a fucking weird ass time right now. We always say this, but Jesus, just ruin all of our childhood shit, please. Just thank you, shitty.
They say Tupac was right. They're saying Tupac was right. Let's see if Tupac was right about something they said. Hold on. I need to connect it.
Oh, and the good news though. Some good Sony news, guys. I'm about to say something about Sony.
Oh, we won't get to.
Okay.
You talking about a little short, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We gonna get to it, but hold on. They're saying Tupac was right about Diddy. Let's see if he was right.
You said the vibe about me being a thug, and you can tell the people you roll with whatever you want. But you and I know what's going on. God damn you.
I don't get it. Maybe he wasn't. That didn't satisfy me. That didn't satisfy me. What did we just watch? Look, that's why you can't trust Twitter with everything, man. But anyway, Diddy's going down. He is the diddler. That's happening. But yo, let's get into this. Look, first of all, Justin, how are you feeling? Because we were supposed to be getting a whole movie.
Hey, no.
We were supposed to be getting a whole movie coming out in the 29th.
No.
But instead we're getting this short.
Let's not talk about that part. Let's not talk about that part. Okay. Just keep it at we're getting some shorts. Okay. Just keep it there.
All right, let's just look into
it
because I actually haven't looked into what it is. So listen, from Sony Animated Pictures and Sony Pictures and Imageworks, the short is set in the world of Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse and follows Miles/Spider-Man as he struggles to balance responsibilities as fears a teenager friend and Spider-Man and navigating the pressures of attacks. Miles experiences a panic attack that forces him to confront his manifestations of anxiety and learn that reaching out for the digital release in partnership with the Kevin Love Fund. Okay.
Yeah, I actually might be pissed. Never mind.
Yeah, Justin.
I didn't know it was about that. So
you didn't know it was about Justin. Did you think you was gonna see some Prowler? Did you think?
No, I did not think I was gonna see some Prowler. But
what did you think you was gonna like? What did you?
I don't know. Look, I was more. It's the fact that we were getting something, right? Something, but hearing that it's literally just basically infomercial,
bro.
Yeah, I'm not.
Can I take it? Look, just 10 minutes. Let's get toxic. Let's get a toxic 10 in.
You better tread lightly because this is a sensitive fucking topic.
Fuck it, bro. Fuck treading lightly. Let's break the iceberg, dog. Dog, we are supposed to get a fucking movie this Thursday.
Right.
This Thursday, Across the Spider-Verse 2. We were supposed to get a movie. Instead, what did we get, Justin? We get an animated short. So, Justin, look, we could have got an animated short. And look, this might make my camera break down because it's a Sony camera. Sony, I love you for your cameras and for your PS5s.
No, your PS5
but you
not great. Fuck y'all.
Look, we were supposed to be getting Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. I mean, Beyond, what is it called? We're supposed to be getting Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse this Friday. And when we heard, Justin, when you sent me the article, the headline, obviously you sent me the article headline because you didn't read the article.
No, I didn't read the fucking article.
When you sent it to me, it said we were getting a short. We was getting a short from Across the Spider, from that universe with Miles Morales. Now let's think about where we left off with Miles Morales. Miles Morales is currently tied up in another universe in his uncle's apartment with another version of Miles Morales as the Prowler standing right in front of him, talking to him about like, you had your dad, so what? That's where we left off. And we've been wanting more from that ever since. And we were promised that we'd get it a year later. And who knows when we're getting it. So, of course, the natural inclination is when you see that headline, you get excited. You're like, oh, shit, we might get something. We might get a peek into something that's going on. It don't even got to be tied into Miles. It can be tied into the other people. We could just get a peek into, like, what's actually happening. It could even be the opening minutes of the next movie. But instead, it's a mental health infomercial. Now, look, shout out to mental health. Everybody definitely needs to take care of their mental health. Exactly. Shout out to that and exactly what you need. But you don't need Spider-Man to tell that story. You don't need to use Miles Morales to tell that story. You don't need to use the Spider-Verse universe to tell that story. Justin, it bothered me when I knew it was going to be on YouTube.
Because here's my thing, too, now. Like, it's a short, right?
Mm-hmm.
So is it gonna be in the short layout?
Not YouTube short, like a short film.
Okay. It's gonna be like what, a minute or two?
It could even be 5.
I was guys, I was really prepared to be happy. All right, I was really prepared until Kendall read that part of it. Look,
It's not
as we
even
said,
that part of it. It's what it is.
mental health is a serious issue. For real, like it is. Don't get me wrong. I'm sorry, I do not want. Like, actually, no. I'll say this: if you're gonna do this, fine. I'm fine with y'all doing this, but why? Why do we still have to wait while y'all are coming out with this for the actual Beyond the Spider-Verse?
Look, and that's the thing. We was getting actual Beyond the Spider-Verse even in a couple of months. Like, it didn't have to meet that date of the 29th. We could be getting it like later in the year, right? If that was the case, if we had a upcoming date for that movie, I would be fine with taking this. What they're doing isn't the issue, right? What they're doing with this like short isn't what we're upset about. What we're upset about is we're getting this when we're waiting forever for all of this to happen, bro. This is probably meant to hold us over. And the thing is, if it was meant to hold us over, give us a piece of that story. With this, we're not even getting a piece of that story.
To do with where they're at, bro. Nothing.
And even then, it wouldn't make sense because I don't even want a piece of where they're at. Save that shit for the movie. Like, to be real, exactly. I don't want a piece of where those people are. Could I take a piece of what they're doing in the like what the other Spider people are doing to get to Miles? I could take some of that. If that takes a little bit out of that movie, like we're actually seeing a little bit of like how they're trying to track him down and get to him, and they find out something about this spider.
Yes,
I could take that. Do that.
Oh.
But we're about to get a prequel for a short that doesn't even seem like he's gonna be taken down. And like, even if it was cool enough to where we could see him taking stuff that like taking people down, that could be somewhat cool. But bro, another dumb Sony gonna Sony. Sony's gonna continue to do this ish. And they could even tell a mental health story in a short that has something to do with the Spider-Man story, with the Across the Spider-Verse story.
It's just very like, again, I see the importance of what they're talking about because it's very important. There's a lot of people that suffer with, mental health issues. Everyone goes through it for sure. Sony. Fucking work on it, bro. Just work on it. Like right now, we don't even have a fucking date of when this movie should be even coming out. This might be literally 2 years now. 2 years.
Coming out whenever.
And so, no, like, I'm trying to be charitable and be like, yeah, I get it. But my Lord, bro, that is annoying as shit that we're getting something that has literally zero to do with what we're trying to see. And they keep wanting, and the thing is too, it wouldn't be such a blow if we didn't have fucking Madam Web just come out, if we didn't have fucking Craven the Animal Activist coming out, and if we didn't have El Muerto still on the fucking schedule. Oh wait, they can't even figure out what they want to do with Spider-Man 4 again. Oh yeah, this fucking company is a joke. Sony is a fucking joke,
and ain't no one laughing at it.
Like, y'all are lucky. This PS5 is a collectible because I would have sent this shit back already. Fuck y'all. Fuck you.
Can I be real? I ain't even really had to want to even touch the Spider-Man game since they updated it. I haven't touched it.
No, because the update was a bullshit update. What are we talking about?
It was like I have no need. I have no reason to come back to the game. And two, they took too long for me to want to play the new game plus shit. They took too long for me to even want to come back to it. So it's not even anything worth coming back to at this point.
They put in some trash ass skins. Cool, Sony. Y'all spent that long working on shitty skins? Awesome. Why should I go and play it?
But yet we should want a multiplayer Spider-Man game. I'm sorry, can I just touch on that for a second too? Because the multiplayer Spider-Man...
That would have been actually way better than what the fuck they're doing right now. You would have added that as a fucking...
Man, that shit would get dry. That shit would get dry in 2 seconds, bro.
Just
That
like the
shit would
game
get
did.
yeah, it would get dry in 2 seconds. I'm sorry, that's a waste of money. I wouldn't. I
No,
would
if
be.
that was the update, I'd have been fine with
Oh
that
yeah,
being
if
an
that was
update.
updated, it would
That'd
be
be
cool.
gas.
But don't make a whole game. Don't make a whole Spider-Man multiplayer game. That's what I was getting at.
So dumb. Sony literally wants me to put them in the same category as Star Wars. It's crazy because
Yeah.
they. Oh my lord.
To me, I think they're below Star Wars. If I can be honest with you.
No, I'm not gonna say that because of
Because Spider-Verse. Yeah. Spider-Verse is their saving grace. You're right.
Spider-Verse literally saves them, and the shit they do with Marvel saves them. Other
I
than
don't give them
that,
credit for that.
dog shit, because
I
they
don't
don't
do
do a good job anywhere. Like we're literally about to see them do record bombs twice this year.
Well, Mr. Griffin, why not a full game for me is because, like, I see the simplicity of just being able to, like, I don't see what you can do that entices and continues the whole multiplayer thing. For the whole multiplayer open world thing, like, a lot of it comes from the violence that you can do. A lot of it comes from the story that you can do. I don't see them being able to do something sustainable that's worth me paying an extra $70 for the multiplayer stuff. Like, yeah, we can be able to swing around for a little bit, but, like, for real, like, how long is that going to be fun to really just be fighting these side villains in a story? Because for me, it's easy enough to take stuff out by myself in that game. Like, it really, like, it's not that challenging enough to be like, I need somebody else to help me. It's not that much fun things that you can do with Spider-Man to be like, let's go, what are you going to do? Be like, I just want to go swing around. Let's race just so you can swing the fastest. Like, that's, like, it's not enough substance that you can have in the game that you have in the multiplayer games that's entertaining that you can put in this. Now, if you can go out, if you can fight each other, that's really what it comes down to. People don't really want to work together in multiplayer unless they're fighting another team or unless they're playing some type of opposition game. But to me, this just sounds like you're teaming up against the computer, and that's not enticing enough.
On a different side, I don't see the importance of a multiplayer game with that game.
Yeah.
To me, that is not going to work well. But to make a well thought out it'd be a very long game, like single player game mode with that. Without, if it's flushed out well, thought out well, good story. They've proven they can do a good story in these games at least. So I would be down for that. But for a multiplayer game, no, I feel like that just wouldn't be.
Yeah, and even like we got a bit of there was a computer, but we got a little bit of that shared storyline. It doesn't, to me, it's not worth the full game. Now they did it as an add-on where you can have people from the multiverse come in and y'all can do little side missions together. That's cool. But it's just not worth paying the whole game because to me it's just not enough to do things to keep me interested for that.
Yeah.
Like
It'd be like
GTA
now,
But even GTA is more fun because there's more things you can do with the GTA. You're not just tied to the Spider-Man character. You're not tied to the Spider-Man morals. True. You know what I mean? You want to be able to you want to have ops. You want to be able to take people out. But either way, look, Sony's going to Sony. We had to touch on that. There were some things. Look, there are a few other things I did want to touch on from this article here. And we'll just get into that and chop it up before we go out of here. Oh, shit.
Wait a damn sec. Are you Jacob Money? Who's that?
No, I'm not Jacob Money. I'm King Kunch.
I don't even know who that is.
Jacob Money's from, he be in the chat over there at the Nerd Venture Tower. Jacob Money. He be one of the people that's on my Andrew Lincoln shit.
Oh, that's why you know him.
Yeah, he's actually the one who called it out. He was actually the first one to say it. And you know what? Ever since that moment, I gave him some nerd coin for that. For helping him open my eyes to it. I be giving out nerd coin like Oprah over there. I'm out here and I ain't even balling like Justin. Justin, you know what? Like, you should have a brother out giving like 10K nerd, like 1,000 nerd coin. I mean 100,000 nerd
my
coin.
My nerd
man.
coin is set up. I got a checking in a savings and all my nerd coins in my savings. I don't think it's gonna go through.
Don't act like I can't just pull up how much you got when I get back in there.
I don't know what you're talking about. Carl actually has more than me, so.
Yeah, but Carl ain't giving the black man shit.
Carl, I would never. So if you want to give me some nerd coin, hey, I'm here.
You don't need it. Just give it to me. I spent all my nerd coin on actually buying shit. Look, like to be real, I bought like 1, 2, 3. I bought like 4 things off a nerd coin store. Pretty much everything back here bought off the nerd coin.
I bought my character.
Oh yeah, and I bought my character and I bought Ross's character. Okay, I donated one to Ross. It's like because I mean I was just quick with it. Like you said, I was quick with the draw. All you really had to do was just have your address copied.
Yeah, literally copy and then paste it in that shit.
Yeah, just literally copy and paste it in there. You're straight. You will never learn. Either way,
all right, get to the
AMA. This is again coming from the Alex Perez AMA. This question came in about the Avengers. It says, given the amount of potential heroes that exist in the MCU right now, I'm going to do a lot of reading today. How many members do you expect the Avengers roster to have? He says this, the Avengers are disassembled, so to speak. Every hero is currently out doing their own thing. Captain America has his own team with Falcon. Bucky will be busy handling the Thunderbolts. She-Hulk's busy being a lawyer. Doctor Strange is off doing his own thing with Clea. And then Thor's off-world with Gore's daughter. Make that sound better. Valkyrie is taking care of New Asgard. Scott is spending time with his family. Scarlet Witch is resting. The Scarlet Witch is not dead. Scarlet Witch is resting. Vision is on his own self journey. Hawkeye's retired. The only potentially active Avengers on the roster right now are Wong, Captain Marvel, Bruce Banner, Shang-Chi, and Katie. However, there will be a storyline that will force multiple heroes to unite. According to some sources, there's an interest from Marvel in developing a World War Hulk project as a way to set up the multiple street-level heroes as a part of the Avengers roster to prepare them for the impending battle with Kang. How does it sound? I mean, to me, that makes sense. We already knew the Avengers were disjointed. Captain America has his own team with Falcon. That's weird.
Yeah, and then the Bucky thing is a little weird too. Because
Bucky doing his own thing.
Thunderbolts is gonna be right now.
Yeah, well, Bucky doing his own thing with the Thunderbolts. That to me could make sense just because of his past. Like him being an Avenger, maybe it won't slide because of his past, right? A technical Avenger. I mean, of course, he was in Endgame or what have you in the Avengers Mount Up thing, but all those people weren't Avengers. Doctor Strange being on his own, all of that to me makes sense. Katie doesn't make sense being on the lineup. But all of that to me makes sense, and I guess the juice that you can really get out of that is the World War Hulk project, and the fact that Scarlet Witch is resting. Now, look, Justin, we already knew Scarlet Witch won't dead. Everybody knows Scarlet Witch ain't dead.
Yeah, it's like that's an interesting choice of words, buddy.
Resting.
Might as well leak it then.
What is Justin? Can you look up the date for my M and N ain't working, but can you look up the date for Thunderbolts? What is the date for Thunderbolts? Bucky would probably be like the Rick Flag of the Suicide Squad. Probably, but maybe not so much of a little bitch. Another piece that says Blade. Is Blade still a period piece? This says the Blade title has double meaning. It's going to be an origin story for both the character and the Ebony Blade. While I expect many of the elements to be set in the past, I do expect it to have a similar structure of how Eternals was handled. So that means going back to the past, coming to the future, doing both. I mean coming to the present, going to the past, coming to the present, doing a little big backstory fill in. I like that. Thunderbolts is in July of next year.
May 2nd. May
2nd of next year.
That's insane.
Is Blade still happening?
Probably not.
Like at this point, like somebody mentioned, I think it was Josh, just make it Midnight Suns. If that.
Honestly, use that to tie up the end of what's that fucking movie? The one that got canceled. The Eternals.
Yep. Any updates on Captain Carter? Captain Carter will be back in What If Season 3, but she will also be one of the characters in play for Secret Wars. We already knew that. They're hyping her up too much. What I don't want to see is to see her come back with all of the shit she had on at the end of What If Season 2. Let that finale just like really just get erased from my mind.
They OP'd the fuck out of her, bro.
OP'd the hell out of her. Now, the one interesting piece I did find about that was the forge that Doctor Strange had to where he could create a new universe. That was the one piece that I feel like we need to go back to eventually, because again, we're talking about recreating the universe for a reboot. A Forge is a perfect way to do that. So I do want to go. I would like to see that, and the fact that the Forge looked a bit like the multiversal engine, the inside of the multiversal engine, how things it was like a gyroscope around it, could have something to really do to tie in with celestial technology. Just throwing that out there is a deep, little deep cut. Get a little deep there. Eternals will probably be an Avengers movie, and Feige may have to pull it. Yeah, Eternals will probably definitely just morph into something like that. Captain Britain Kang in the multiverse. With the multiverse vacuum that we're left in, will we see more Kang variants of Beyond or Captain Britain course etc? Alex says, right now, Marvel is reassessing how to handle the multiverse, which is why they're focusing on street-level stories for the time being, with the sole exception of Deadpool 3 and Wolverine. Again, Deadpool 3 and Wolverine really going to do a lot with setting the groundwork for the multiverse. Really going to do a lot with setting the groundwork with how we're getting to incursions. I really feel like they're going to take on what we saw with Dr. Doom killing the Molecule Man and just replacing that with showing us how Chosen Ones work. And to show us how we're skipping the natural destruction of the universe and we're going to end up with incursions. But it says right here, let me continue going. It says, still is my impression that Marvel still wants to use Kang and his variants to face off against the Avengers. But there's one antagonistic presence that Marvel is building up to, which will impact the Kang dynasty by the time they arrive. Everybody wants to point at that being Doom every time they hear something like that. But, Justin, where are you? Are you thinking that they're really just prepping this Beyonder fella up?
At this point, if you would have asked me right after Loki, probably not. Mm-hmm. And I kind of don't want them. To me, it's like, I don't know, actually. It kind of feels like that's what they're trying to do, but...
Yeah.
Would I be surprised if they scrap it? Fuck no.
Mm-hmm.
And try a little bit something else. I can see them doing that. I don't see them trying Doom yet, though. It seems like I don't know why, but it seems like they are really behind the ball on what they want to do with Doom. So,
well, I think it would better serve them to just save Doom for the reboot, like save Doom for something down the line. I know that doesn't track for a lot of what comic fans expect for Secret Wars. But if you can give me a world where you have Doom and then, okay, let's be real, they'll probably do Secret Wars again in another 10, 15 years. If you have Doom into play and then actually have this whole thing play out and we get a whole Marvel universe that plays out like it does in the comics a bit more, then that might better serve to save Doom. That's not what I want. I want Doom in Battle World, in Secret Wars. But I could just see their reason and rationale for it. But yeah, I do think they're building up the Beyonder to be the one to come back. Again, some of the rumors out there from like Daniel Rickman is that they're planning to do the Beyonder. They may be changing a lot of what they're doing with, having the Kang dynasty and having the Council of Kangs come into play. But they still have the Beyonder be at the crux of it all. Seems to be true. I'm going to skip over the Captain Marvel stuff. Yeah, the Deadpool 3 stuff wasn't interesting. But Doctor Strange, let's look at this. It's like, do you still expect Doctor Strange to be absent from Avengers 5 as he will be busy with what's happening in Doctor Strange 3, but also play a big role, as you stated a year ago, in your article with Doctor Strange versus Kang? Look, that was that big article from Alex Perez about Doctor Strange and Kang really having this antagonistic moment. And back then, I was theorizing that it could be over Wanda, as, maybe Kang would be trying to manipulate Wanda to be on his side to kind of serve as the power to be able to create Battle World and to be able to create a world where he rules. I wanted to see that. Let's see if that's something that can still continue to happen. He says, one of the ideas is that I've heard regarding Doctor Strange's role in the multiverse saga is that overall his character will have a struggle with the moralities of what he believes is right or wrong. And in most universes, we've seen Stephen Strange do something that he believes is right and is ultimately for the greater good, which in reality, it backfires and ends up causing more harm than good. Not only that, but it paints Strange as an antagonist in these cases, such as the case where it's Supreme Strange and What If, Defender Strange, Doctor Strange, etc. When presented with the fact that in most universes, Strange's actions often cause more harm than good, 616 Strange will struggle with the sense of whether or not what he's doing is right, and ultimately comes to terms with the decision that perhaps simply removing himself from the situation and letting someone else handle it is the best course of action. Of course, it's all set up for Strange to step up to the plate and become one of the most important heroes of the multiversal saga, and I don't expect them to change much of that story since that's supposed to take place in a couple of projects. They need to lean on Benedict Cumberbatch. Heavy. If it's not if you need somebody to explain the trippy side of this stuff, Doctor Strange has always been the person to go through with that with. Justin, on a scale of 1 to 10, like how, maybe not even on 1 to 10, but just like how important do you think Doctor Strange should be the guy of this saga? Or
yes, to me he's your most important asset right now.
I agree.
I mean, if you run down through the characters they got right now, Thor is damaged goods right now. They really need to do some building on him to bring him back to supreme status. Hulk, he's damaged goods too right now after She-Hulk. Who else would there be? I mean, no, he's the most viable option to carry things through. Yeah, he has the strongest storyline to go off of. The thing that whether you like Doctor Strange, well, MOM or not, the ending on MOM of him going off with Clea is really gas. So it's like there's multiple levels through this right now that you can really push through him. I don't think you can do that through a lot of other characters. Right?
And look, Tom Holland definitely has to play a role and be huge here. Those are your big two. But outside of Tom Holland, the person synonymous with the role the most to me is Benedict Cumberbatch. Like you said, Thor is definitely attached to his role. People see Chris Hemsworth and see Thor. But Benedict Cumberbatch is kind of more so the embodiment of his character when you see him as a person. So to me, it's like, we have to go through there. I do want to see this sweaty stuff get explained. I do want shit to make videos about and theories about and to really get into this magic stuff and see things be really brought out on a nerdy level. And Doctor Strange is the one to do that. Doctor Strange is for everybody. Doctor Strange storyline can be tough. It can be tough, but it's pulled off for the people who want to like dive into it. So yeah, I think we need that to really explain what's happening in Secret Wars, and he does need to become just OP powerful.
Yeah.
Let's read into some stuff about the Hulk here. Like I said, I'm not going to read the whole article, but there's some things that stand out. It says, will we have a solo Hulk film before Secret Wars? It says, I have no word on on a solo Hulk per se, but Savage Hulk is a possibility. And look, that's something that we've all needed. We need a Hulk to evolve. We need a Hulk to get back to some savageness. This one-arm Bruce Hulk, like that he's not one-arm anymore, but this smart Hulk has overstayed his welcome.
Yeah, bro, he's a little too much right now.
When will we see Hulk in Phase 5? Hulk future appearances? And, when will we see that? They was asking them whether it be in Captain America or Deadpool 3. It just says no word on any future Hulk appearance as of late. But are we still confident that World War Hulk will happen? Yes, I'm confident that World War Hulk will be adapted. And that's just saying they may be adapted to be more like an Avengers film. Justin, the lack of Hulk be pissing me off, bro.
The lack of Hulk. Savage Hulk is not having Savage Hulk is a definite weird choice.
It's a definite weird choice, man. Like it was cool for one moment. Like you give us like that's something that you do for like 1.5 appearances.
Yeah,
you change that shit back. It should have been changed back at the end. Like to be honest with you, the way that She-Hulk would have been interesting to play out, they should have explored that in She-Hulk. Like, I know they wanted to make it more about Jennifer Walters, about, She-Hulk and herself. But to have that be a side story, or to having something happen that has smart Hulk revert to Savage Hulk would have taken it to a whole nother level. And would make people actually it would give you at least one episode of that series that people go back and watch. Because that's what I found with these series, is that you have one episode that you're really going to watch. Like, you maybe not want to go back and watch the whole series, but like, say with Falcon and the Winter Soldier, the episode with Dora Milaje, I'll go back and watch. When it comes to like WandaVision, I think it's the 4th episode, the one where you see Monica Rambeau for the first time and like kind of dive into the science of what's kind of happening. I'll go back and watch that from time to time. Like that to me is something you do. Here, they should have done that. They definitely should have brought him back. Will it be adapted? It better be adapted into a movie, but I do not want to wait that long. Like if they're adapting into a movie, that's at least 2026, 2027 before we see the Hulk back on screen, bro. And coming from somebody who the Hulk was my favorite MCU character after Age of Ultron, Bro, I've been let down ridiculously.
But But it's
we didn't even really
bro,
get
that's
them
what
in.
we're saying about all of these characters right now, man.
Yeah.
Because, bro, it's been a minute since we've actually seen Thor now, if you think about it. And it was not a good last scene on Thor.
But they tried it, at least.
Yeah, but it's going to be another huge minute before we see Spider-Man again.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a minute since we've seen Shang-Chi, who is a very, like, something they should really think about leaning on. I mean, shit, the list goes on and on. Even look, they're trying to push Yelena. We've seen Yelena. What? It's been almost 5 years now.
Yep.
We saw her once. Well, we saw her a little bit in Hawkeye, but I mean, does that really count that much? Because Hawkeye was a while ago too. This is a common theme coming, man. It's like I have a lot more belief in Marvel than I do Star Wars. But like, dude,
I'd like to answer a question. Do you think Marvel has a bright future? I think they do. Like, I think Marvel actually does have a bright future.
Exactly. I do too. I think especially with recent stuff that they've been throwing out there, Marvel has the most bright side of any of the other, of the, I guess, main three. So Yelena pass, look. So I don't want to have her have a Black Widow movie type deal, but if you throw her back into the fold a little bit more, I would be fine with that for sure.
If you put her in the role of what Black Widow is, she could thrive. She could definitely play. She could definitely hold her weight with the men actors, and
she needs to earn her place as. That sounds a weird way to say it. I ain't gonna lie, but she needs to.
It's true.
She needs to gain her credibility as like Scarlett Johansson was.
Yep.
Scarlett Johansson she deserved that Black Widow movie. It just came out way later than it should have.
Carl says this, not hot enough. Look, Carl, I could look.
Florence Pugh's a cutie. What are you talking about?
No, she's pretty in the face. She's pretty in the face. I do get like she doesn't have that appeal that Scarlett Johansson has. Like
ScarJo she's a cutie. My girl.
Look, she's a cutie, but she doesn't have the appeal that Scarlett Johansson has. Man, and I think that's what he's getting at.
I feel y'all. Again, ScarJo, I am vocal about how that is my girl. I love me some ScarJo, like 100%. But why are we acting like Yelena? Well, not Yelena. Florence Pugh ain't cute. Like Florence Pugh's a cutie. She's a beautiful. She's a cute.
But see, you're not saying that against with ScarJo. Like, and that's where like there's women out there that could match that with Scar. It's like this the sex appeal. Like she doesn't have the sex appeal that ScarJo had.
Yeah, that's because, bro, what did we see her in when she was here? We saw her in. Okay, prime example.
The different
Scarlett Johansson in the snow.
Look. We don't have to get deep. We don't have to get deep.
They're not.
Are they in the same category?
Bro, they're not
in the same category.
Bro, okay, Kendall. They are not trying to get her as. I don't know what it is with Disney right now, but they are not trying to sexify her character, I guess, and spruce up her character like they did Scarlett Johansson.
But
they did not.
They don't have the assets.
How do we know they put her in baggy ass clothes?
Because we see Florence Pugh, like, bro, you see Florence Pugh, she just doesn't have the assets that Scarlett Jo has to be sexy.
Okay, look, no one has.
You have to have the assets to be.
Not a lot of women have the assets.
A lot of women have the assets that are in Hollywood.
No, as far as boobage, as Scarlett does. Okay, but we're gonna act like Disney can't do something. Dude, everyone knows push-up bras work wonders on women. Come on, man. That is on Disney. That is on fucking Disney. Nah, bro. We're bullshitting right now. What are we talking about?
Hey, I was waiting on it to come.
I knew it was coming too.
I was waiting on it. I was waiting on it.
I knew it was coming too, bro. Fucking hell. Dude, okay. Real quick. I watched this vampire movie last night. Mm-hmm. It had I don't know if you remember who Debbie Ryan is. It's on Netflix.
Debbie Ryan from Sweet Life of Zack and Cody.
Yeah, Sweet Life on Deck, actually.
Yeah. Sweet Life on Deck.
But Debbie Ryan, Megan Fox was in there, and then Sydney Sweeney was in there as well.
Are you questioning on Debbie Ryan right now?
Not Debbie Ryan. I'm talking about Sydney Sweeney. My lord. I look. But I knew that was coming. I did know that was coming. 100%.
Yeah, we just waiting on it.
I just didn't want to be the one to say it.
Didn't Debbie Ryan do that like that terrible cover of a black song? It was just terrible. I forgot.
I don't know, bro. I don't be dipping into Debbie Ryan shit like that, bro.
She didn't know. I just remember it because like Kev on stage talked about it because it was somebody in Ashley Tisdale. I think it was Debbie Ryan. Like they did something, and it was terrible cover. They
Chillin', you're not wrong. Chillin', you're not wrong. That's why I'm like, bro, that's on Disney. They're not helping her out. They put her in baggy ass clothes to and what we're supposed to see the same.
Okay, Chillin'. We're not getting it. We're not that's specific, Chillin'. I can't even comment.
Yeah, that is very OD specific. But like
I can't
they're not helping Florence Pugh out at all.
All right, now look, let's get into more. He continues to talk about the rumors, and there's one question. It says the Henry Cavill rumor. Is there a timetable on when we'll find out who we will be portraying? Alex says we'll be finding out this year. No word on who he could be. We'll just be finding out this year. Because here's something with Nova. Considering the mention of Nova dropped by Winterbaum himself in a recent interview, is there anything you know and can feasibly say about that character and project that would even be tied to Winterbaum's words? That it is in early development. Outside of what's been reported, there are really no updates I can give this time on the Nova project, although I'm happy to see it to confirm that it's moving forward. That's good. Nova's not getting the axe. It seems like Nova can be one of those characters that can be, if he's introduced the right way, he can be introduced well like Shang-Chi. I don't feel like there'll be a lot of obstacles in the way of Nova coming into play. And to be real, Nova would be a great character to really build out, like to replace the Guardians in a bit of giving us the cosmic side. Like, don't get me wrong. I think we are. I don't know when we're getting another Guardians of the Galaxy movie. I'm not saying the Guardians of the Galaxy movie shouldn't happen. Even though, if you want to know what a good animated series would be, I would love an animated series with the new Guardians. I think an animated series with the new Guardians would be better than What If. Just throwing it out there. I don't think it'd be better than Xmen '97, but
yeah, I'm kind of with that.
A powered Adam Warlock with a savage group. With like the new kids is like just able to use their powers, and you got Cosmo. Like to me, animated, there's a very long way without them. You know, that's a lot of effects.
Yeah.
That they had to do in a movie, and animated is a good way to keep that cheap and to keep it pushing. Any more projects in Marvel might continue. There are discussions of other revivals. There are discussions of other revival series beyond Daredevil and Xmen '97. Some are set in the same universes as those projects. That's what got the ball rolling with us thinking about Spider-Man 90s. The 90s Spider-Man was coming back. Let's see here. Anything more? Any updates for Shang-Chi 2? There's going to be a major setup on the Kang Dynasty in Shang-Chi 2, incorporating the ties of the Ten Rings as an organization as we dive deep into the truth of the Ten Rings themselves. There's also one plot point that Shang-Chi 2 is set to explore, which was set up in Ms. Marvel. I think that is something to do with the bands.
Bro, yeah.
Then it has something to do with
how long do we have to wait till this?
That's the question. How long do we have to wait till it? I'm
gonna be honest, bro. Marvel can't afford to keep doing this.
They can't. You're right.
It's insane. When did Shang-Chi come out?
Shang-Chi came out like during COVID, right? 2020? Or was it before COVID? Let's keep going here. It says, what do you know?
2021.
2021? Yeah, it's been a minute. Golly, God, no. Like, can we just please remove Katie from the equation? Can we just have it, like, can we tell Katie back to being Louise? Like, to be honest with you. Like, dial Katie back. Katie Wong from Shang-Chi. Aquafina.
Why we hating?
No, like, she's just too much in the shit. Like, just dial her back to Louise. Bro, why is she an Avenger?
We're bugging.
What training does she have to be an Avenger?
Well, she should not be an Avenger. I don't know why she's an Avenger.
Why? That's all I'm saying.
But where have we said she's an Avenger, though?
Dial her back.
Where did they say she's an Avenger?
They brought her to the temple to look into the rings, bro. Like, what expertise? What expertise can she offer? Why does she deserve to be there? It's
Shang-Chi's girl. I feel like we're ODing on this one.
She's the new Hawkeye, dog. She trains for a little bit.
She's not even
makes
that.
one shot, and she's the new Hawkeye.
Nah, bro. Like I feel like we're ODing.
They even mentioned her being in the Avengers at the top. In the first thing we read about the Avengers lineup, he lines up the possible Avengers, and he says, "I guess you got Captain Marvel, Bruce Banner, what's his name? Bruce Banner, Shang-Chi, Wong, and then you got, of course, Shang-Chi and Katie." That's what he said in that article.
Okay, yeah. I mean, look, if they really do a thing where Shang-Chi, well, she is an actual, like...
She's going to have an arrow.
No.
Like, if they give her...
We have Kate Bishop. I'm sorry. We have Kate Bishop.
If they give her bow and arrow and she's out there and they make her a part of the Avengers, she's actually out there doing shit. No.
Right now, I think we're reading a little bit too into this. I feel like they just ODing on that shit, but...
Should I take the ads off? I was wondering if I should take, like, the mid... I don't even know if I can take the stream ads off. Do you be having your stream ads
honest.
on?
No, I have YouTube Premium,
so
I don't be having that shit. But, honestly... I hate to say it, bro. Like, it doesn't in like 5 seconds let you skip it. It's not. For the honestly, ads? Bro.
Okay.
It's not that bad, especially compared to Twitch. Twitch will hit you with like 3 minutes worth of ads back to back.
How soon after Secret Wars could we see 616 X-Men in the MCU? What the fuck? It will take a while. What the fuck? After Secret Wars, it's gonna take a while. Come on. We're not gonna go there.
Quick, by the way.
We're not gonna go there. What do you know of any more mutant introductions in the MCU by the extension of the X-Men? It will be a while. Anyone expecting X-Men mutants to suddenly come into the MCU at the Deadpool will be sorely mistaken. Oh my god. So I guess that means no mutants in Captain America, huh? All right, I'm not gonna read anything on the Young Avengers. That's it. I refuse to read anything on the Young Avengers.
See, scroll down. What was that?
Young Avengers.
That's what the Miles thing was?
Oh, no, that's just an article. The Marvel Universe and black holes. We talked about
Okay, because I do not want Miles anywhere near the Young Avengers. No.
Oh, yeah, that was not tied into that at all. That is J Field. That is a bad idea. And yeah, Mr. Griffin, wow. That they're going to be taking time even after Secret Wars to bring in the mutants, the X-Men into the MCU. Like, what type of bullshit is that? We've been waiting all this time, all these moments for them to bring in the X-Men. If they pull that debauchery and triggering on us, fuck it. Might need to bring Ike back.
Look, guys. Marvel is still the one that has the most hope. Okay, guys?
They're the ones above all right now.
They are the ones above all. Like, who has a positive bone in their bodies right now? Not
Definitely
DC.
not this man.
We're definitely not going to say Star Wars, so. What are we going to look forward to? Rebel Moon? Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, man. Where's,
Perlmutter will save the MCU. Okay, that's OD. That's Carl. Like, take that back now. Take that back now.
Oh, he's just saying all type of shit. Dune 3 is hype.
Dune 3 hype.
Dune 3 is hype. I do want Dune. Dune 3 needs to happen. There we go.
Others might say Star Wars is okay. Well, they're wrong. Damn. Shit. You can tell I'm a nerd avenger after that comment.
Look, our good friend over here, Mr. Fappy Napper.
Everything is fine. No, it's not. It's not.
Can I just go through and Chillin'? I hope you don't mind. I just want to go through this saga that Chillin' went through over the weekend. If y'all don't know, Chillin' in the Basement, you know, he's very active on Twitter. Go holler at him on YouTube. But Chillin' doesn't hold his tongue for nothing.
So I like him. He's a good dude.
That's why we love Chillin'. That's why we put up with
Chillin' be standing on business, man.
No, I can't say hold his tongue and bring up his horniness in the same statement. That needs to be a part.
Yeah, that's a little wild.
This is wild. But he doesn't spare his words. That's a better way to put it. I gotta tread lightly when I'm talking about Chillin. And Chillin don't care. That's why we love him. So people that we love, I'm a big fan of Paul Heavy Spoilers. That's who I watch my breakdowns over there. And I also used to watch, I don't watch them as much anymore, but the new rock stars, they're my first YouTube channel that like I dove into and nerdy shit. And MT Matchtainment, he's a huge theorist. He was over there, New Rock Stars. Now he's over there at Paul's channel. Shout out to Paul. And I just found this funny. We talked about it earlier, and we can get into it a little bit. Fox X-Men being so highly, being rated so high, pretty much dispels the whole go woke, go broke thing yet again, because episode 2 was straight up January 6th, which we touched on this.
Yes, we have.
Touched on this. Ad obnoxious. Like, it's not. You can make correlation, be like, that's the same thing, but it could be anything, bro. Like, I mean, like, literally, it's just art. It was in comics before the January 6th even happened.
And, bro, if you think about it, like, this was kind of like, fuck. Remember that X-Men where Wolverine goes, I think it's Days of Future Past, right? Mm-hmm. Where he goes and is, like, basically trying to, I guess, warn them about something, and then it came to the part where Magneto fucking tries to drown him. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, basically what happened is kind of that. Just kind of opposite side. It's basically that. So it's like, why are we making wild
correlations here? Look, and to just touch on that part, for you to be like, this dispels the whole go woke, go broke thing, I have to see outrage from the right about this shit. I have to see the right be so upset with with this episode for this to even be considered to be that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know about you, Justin. I just haven't seen a controversy or people talking about F Marvel for putting that scene in there. Have you?
No.
No, the only things I've seen are people saying, "Oh, that's straight up January 6th," when nobody else is feeling that, other than the people that wants it to be that. Why do you even want to point that out?
I mean, this is the society we live in these days.
Let's read through this. He said, so Chillin says this. Wasn't Magneto's trial stormed in the comics as well, back in the 80s? And if so, doesn't that mean we would have gotten that scene whether January 6th happened or not? Good point, Chillin. Let's continue to read what you have to say. Also, if so, doesn't that make every mention of January 6th merely bait? Chillin said something there.
Chillin stands on business.
Chillin stands on business. And it got to the point, I think that one really got to MT there. Because oh, wait a minute. That was the first one. And then Chillin actually pestered him because he went on to say other things, and I guess this is why he probably came at Chillin, because I didn't realize that Chillin said this and another. He says the friends of humanity are clearly supposed to be modeled after the particular misguided, fearful group of Americans. Whew. Continuing. He says that's the same group from the 80s comic behaving the same way. I hate MAGA, but you're pretty much baiting right now, bro. This is where he started coming at Chillin. He says media literacy is... He took this right here, and he says, and this is where I kind of been like, all right, kind of F this dude a little bit. Not to say, look, MT, you got your own views, you got your own opinions, but to me, this dude Chillin is really putting out valid statements that you're not addressing a little bit here, and you're going to come back with this. Media literacy is not universal. So you're telling this man he doesn't understand what he's watching. You're calling him basically a media imbecile at this point because he says you're baiting. He says the allegory is clear as day, is not baiting his facts. I recommend you rewatch the episode. How one doesn't see this is truly beyond me. Chillin's response, and I think it was great, and I think he stopped responding to Chillin after this. He says, dude, Magneto's trial was attacked in the comics. They even gave him the same outfit as direct allegory. It paints anti-bigotry themes perfectly well without having to be specifically addressed. That's the whole point. And this one wants me to bring here, and I hope that people, shout out to MT. I would love to, maybe have him on the channel, ask him a couple theories one day. But this is the thing. The whole point. You're undermining the work of what they're putting in by trying to really be out and be like, that's MAGA, that's them, that's January 6th. You're undermining the positive work of what these writers are carefully putting in by saying, hey, point that out. Look, people only point stuff out when they feel like they're pointing something out that nobody else is talking about. Maybe it's good that people who may side with January 6th, maybe some people even thought about like, yeah, I would participate in the January 6th. Maybe it's good for them to watch that in that context without them thinking of things that apply to real life. Because subconsciously, they'll watch it and be like, yo, storming that is crazy.
Yeah.
Them doing that is crazy. It's wild. Like, I should be on the side that's against acting like that in this type of structured government. Now, what you're doing here by baiting that, you're basically telling these people to mute it out. You're basically telling these people to tune out, just calling it out. It is baiting. Because you want to know why it's baiting? Because nobody is talking about it. Nobody is raving about it. And if it is, they're on such a far right that they're not popping up on my feed.
Same.
So, bro, it's just going to be, it's going to be so interesting. And I even hate to take it there, but even, say Trump wins. There's wilding ass Democrats, bro. We're not going to sit here and act like there aren't extremist Democrats.
There's wild on both fucking sides, man.
I would love for January. I would love, not maybe the violence wise, but I would just love for like, get an example of the Democrats wilding out over the election. You know what I mean? Like, just to give it a taste of, oh man, and be like, yo, it's on both sides.
Yeah, I mean,
So,
bro,
yeah,
I'm not gonna go that far, but like, it's.
But
just...
I mean, no, I'm just saying, like, I don't want to see it. It'd just be ironic to see it. Like,
yeah,
I
feel you.
I don't want to like, don't get me wrong. Like, that's why I like doubt, but like, I don't want to see like actual another election go through some type of insurrection again, because then that really kind of goes down the rabbit hole of like, what the fuck is up with that society? Like, can we not have a vote that goes down there? I'm going to room with Trev, right? Yeah, like I'm going up north. They will leave the country. But all I'm saying is this. You don't go down that, like, if the whole point of them putting it in there is to show what's morally right. It's not to be like MAGA. They're not pointing their finger at MAGA. They're not pointing their finger to be like, we side with the leftists. They don't care. The way I read that, the way I watched that, they don't care if it's MAGA. They don't care if it's far left. They don't care about anything. They just care about pointing out what's right and what's wrong. And when you do that, people receive the message in a much better way, in a way that may resonate with them, in a way that they won't be watching it like this. It opens them up. It helps them like really take in the message. So, bro, there you was baiting there. And shout out to my man Chillin for standing 10 toes down. I just wanted to say that. I just want to make sure I give Chillin his love and his due. And Mr. Fappin Napper himself.
Yeah,
really standing on business. It's like, yeah, it is bait.
And to me, bro, like even if there is, well, like, look, I'll say this. I'll give him this. Like, there's similarities. Okay, yeah, there are similarities, but like that tells me that is all you're looking for is for the like all you're looking for is political shit. Like, I'm gonna be honest. Mm-hmm. Watching that, none of that went through my mind. I'm gonna be completely honest with you, man.
Immersed in the moment, bro.
Exactly. I'm taking this show for what it is as entertainment. This is again, this is not the first time we've seen something like this in what's it called? X-Men. Mm-hmm. Yes, there are a lot of things that can be correlated with each other, but like, bro, why are we rushing to make that the whole ideal right now? And for me, that's where I'm like, yo, bro, like, I mean, bro, you're baiting just in that. But if that's what you want to do what you want to do. But I just feel like that's a weird way to go about it at this point, man.
And I know no matter what, there's going to be baiters out there. Like Carl says, like, if that's their lens if they see it. And there's nothing, like, if that's what you really want to watch media for, to see who's on the right, like, to see who agrees with you or not. And that way you can go rub it in people's faces. Because to me, that goes down the path of like, yeah, like to me, that's what you're doing. Like, you're looking at be like, ha, you see they're doing that. So what? Even if they are doing that, Why are you trying to rub it in MAGA's face for what to be like? Yeah, they agree. Like this media agrees with me, so I'm more right than you are. Or you can't, or you doing that to rub it in their face, but like you can't enjoy X. Like, bro, there's no reason to rub it into the people who see nothing wrong with the insurrection. Like to those people who are insurrection sympathizers, like there's no reason to rub it in their face. The whole point is to set the standard. The president's like that's wrong.
Bro,
That's
when Marvel's not
wrong,
even trying
regardless
to.
what side.
When Marvel is slash Disney is not even trying to make that the correlation. Like, bro, why are we reaching to do that? Like, I just
why?
I get that's what people do. I get that's how this world goes. But like, man, we're really trying to push to that. If that's where we're immediately going to, and I just
now
don't
the boys
like
takes it head on. Now the boys they can take it head on. They can do something
Exactly.
just like that. And then you can point to be like that's what they're trying to do because it simply is what they're doing. The boys is throwing out their allegory and that is in your face of what they're doing. But when it comes to like this situation, like look, the boys are talking about politics, government, like becoming president of the United States. This wasn't even about transition of power. This was a trial. This was a trial at the UN.
Yeah. There's no trial
nothing
in
about
January 6th. Like
That wasn't a trial. That was a transition to power. Those are two different things. You have one people trying to overthrow a government. You got one person that's just trying to take out this mutant.
yeah, and then the last thing I'll say, man, like also like why do you find it? Why do we find it? I guess the word is. Why do we feel like we have to go and make that statement? Like honestly, bro, you believe like if you, in my opinion, if you believe the insurrection is wrong, like that's where I'm at. I think that's like dumb as fuck that we're in that situation, right? As a country, and that idiots did that shit. But like, why you're on the side that believes mainly like kind of almost I'm not gonna say universally, but even hardcore Republicans are like, bro, that's fucking wild. So
Yeah.
like, bro, why do you need to you're on the majority side? Why do you have to keep pointing it out, man? I just don't understand that part. Like just let it be.
In the face.
Yeah, there's no need to rub it in the face, bro. Let idiots be idiots. And this guy MT, he's not an idiot because he's working with fucking Paul. So like he's bro, not. I don't know, man. I just don't like that.
Yeah, yeah, and the whole lens thing. That's exactly like the lens of watching it. I expect people like in this realm, especially when you do those like, bro, MT gets real nerdy, gets real sweaty. You know, you expect them to watch it from the lens of like the nerdy perspective of watching it from the nerd stuff.
And that's
and
even worse
lens
though.
thing, yeah. That
because
lens
he
thing, like
knows.
that's worse. Yeah. Yeah. Like it's just disappointing to see like that's what you're standing on. But look, if that's what you believe, that's what you believe, and I ain't gonna take nothing. Like I'm not gonna stop watching your videos. I'm not gonna stop. But I do just feel like it was wrong to like really come at what. I know Chillin is saying you're baiting, and I know it's hard to take that from people to say you're doing one thing when you feel like you're not. Like he felt like he was obviously pointing something out. But bro, that just feels like baiting.
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, it just feels like you were baiting, and then you calling me like illiterate. Like he's not even saying that the Chillin wasn't even saying that the media like the whole like correlations aren't there. He's just saying it wasn't intentional. He's saying that was not like the intentional
was being
shot.
respectful too. Like I don't understand why he kind of got like very defensive off the bat. You know,
pretty much calling him like he's Chillin. I'm sorry, you're media illiterate is what he basically said you are. So like that to me isn't right. So yeah, I just want to throw that out there. Chillin stood on 10 toes down.
Chillin was on business right there for sure.
But look, with that being said, Justin, I just want to throw that out there. Look, positive note, we got X-Men episode 3 coming out tomorrow. I'm extremely excited about that. On my end, I got some more Invincible to watch. I gotta watch tonight. I gotta watch an episode of The Walking Dead. It's gonna be and Bad Batch comes out this week too. Is this the week where I start watching Bad Batch? I don't know.
I haven't watched like the last 2 episodes, bro. I'll be honest.
Bad Batch is Bad Batch.
Yeah, I mean, is it chat? Y'all can tell me. I know a lot of actually. I don't think I want to hear that because I know a lot of people are enjoying Bad Batch right now. So look, happy for you guys. Yes, sir. But I'm not gonna lie, man. they it, it's a lot of the same stuff, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
It's not really new. Jay hates Star Wars like Josh. No, the funny part is, I hate that you say that too, because it's kind of true. Like, I'm just like Josh in the fact that like I love Star Wars more than Marvel. So it's really hard for me right now how Star Wars is going, because like Andor and all that stuff. Fuck, dude. It's difficult. It's difficult.
Yeah.
But Josh is actually really enjoying Bad Batch. I'm not. Like, there's nothing wrong with Bad Batch. I think Bad Batch is all right. It's just not entertaining right now, in my opinion.
It's just Bad Batch.
It's more or less the same thing from every season, in my opinion. So,
where we really going? Where's this, like, we lost Tech. Other than that, like, where have we really progressed?
Dude, like
what more do we know about Omega?
Yes, exactly. That she's
What
now
more,
force sensitive, probably for some reason.
How has the Bad Batches themselves evolved, other than losing Tech? Like how, like, which they really just are glossing over grief of Tech. Like there has been no like I miss Tech. There has been no like moments of like we've lost. Like it hasn't been any of those.
There was one or two, but they weren't like, it's not like an impactful time. Like it's just like,
so Kendall,
oh my God,
the Young Jedi Adventures is better than Bad Batch. I will say this.
Jesus Christ.
That season finale had me more interested.
Fucking Griff,
I was more interested in the season finale of the Young Jedi Adventures than I have been of any episode of Bad Batch.
Let's talk. Shut up, Carl. Jeez, man.
I don't got nothing more. Look, don't worry, Justin. I have nothing more to say on Kyle Brightstar. I've said my piece on that. We probably won't have to hear any more of that until we get to
watch Acolyte literally.
We'll be talking about Kyle Brightstar on two occasions. One on the season finale of Bad Batch. We're gonna talk about how the season finale of Young Jedi was better than the season finale of Bad Batch. And two, when
waiting on that vid. Honestly, I am too, but he's not gonna do it.
What, the Bad Batch video? I mean, the Young Jedi video.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do that.
Chat, y'all need to also go watch the clips. The clip.
Because we're having clips tonight, though. We're having clips tonight. I just didn't. I was out of town this weekend, but I'm clipping tonight's show. So go watch the clips from the night show. With that being said, go ahead, Justin, plug yourself.
All right, yeah. So make sure you'll go catch me on Justified MF. Dude, today we actually played Valorant. It was actually a lot of fun. I'm actually shocked. It's kind of. I actually didn't do terrible.
He got rigged.
You know, I'll be back on Apex tomorrow. Anyways, we're super close to 2,000 subscribers, which is crazy. So,
which is crazy. That's good, man.
Yeah, people don't understand in the gaming area, gaining subs is not easy because you throw out a short and it gets like 2 views. It's wild. But then on next Tuesday on the 2nd, Chillin and myself will be doing a debate show, which honestly I was about to have to hit you up maybe to be a moderator, but maybe next time. But anyways,
I'll be down to moderate. Or it's tomorrow or next Tuesday?
No, it's Tuesday. But I think we're good. I think
tomorrow,
next Tuesday, the 2nd.
Next Tuesday. Oh damn!
Yes.
I would.
Yeah.
I would. Look, if you need a second moderator, I'd love to just be there and just listen in like a fly on the wall. My wife's actually gonna be out of town, so it'd be perfect.
But, I'll talk to Chillin about it, because that might be fun. But yeah, so me and Chillin will be going against Matt at the Matt Cave and Scotty Hawk, 2 guys that are very, I'm not gonna say toxically positive.
I had no idea. I'm gonna be real. I had no idea Scotty was like that positive on Star Wars.
He's pretty positive. There's one other guy that I wanted to have in this debate, but he doesn't answer text messages or something like that. But it should be fun. I think it'll be a lot of fun. It's gonna get a little heated, But at the end of the day, we're homies, and we can all have this conversation and be homies, and that's kind of the main premise of this whole entire thing. So should be fun, guys. Make sure y'all go to Chillin's. Make sure y'all go to Chillin's. What is it? YouTube channel and sub there, because that's where we'll be. Join the Discord. I'll put my link of my Discord in there so y'all can have all that information ready as well. But yeah,
that was a long plug.
Sorry, we're trying to.
I just wanted to say that.
We're trying to make sure. We're trying to make sure. You know,
I got you.
We're not in there with 2 people. You know.
Look, I'm trying to be instigating, man. I'm trying to be instigating too. So call. I want to come in there as a moderator, but I want to instigate that motherfucker a bit. I want to just come in there and be. I want to kind of instigate, but which can be done better.
We could probably get you in there if you really want to.
But other than that, like, watch out for the clips. Make sure you watch those. Hit the like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Look, no matter what I say here, y'all gonna be rocking with your boy. The consistency is consistency. We will be back on Thursday, talking about Xmen 97, talking about your latest nerdy news, whether it's Star Wars, whether it's Marvel. Look, Justin, man, dude, you gotta watch fucking Invincible, bro. Invincible's too good for me not to be able to talk with you about, bro. Like, if there's one show, like, I know I'm watching a bunch of shows, but, like, dog.
Yeah, dude, I need literally every show under the sun.
I need an Invincible partner, bro.
It's on Prime, right?
It's on Prime.
How long are the episodes?
Some of the episodes are, like, 29 minutes. Some of the episodes are 35 to 40.
Okay.
I promise you the first season will have you hooked.
I'll check it out.
It does get a little. It's cartoon gory, but it's not like anything you don't see from an anime.
Okay. Which I saw, bro. I saw my boy Big Mike was watching some, and my lord, that shit was gory as fuck for no reason. So
yeah, but yeah, it gets it, but it's practical gore. Like, it makes sense. It's just the real world. Like, it's kind of, it's, you know.
If we could only rip Justin away from Apex, guys, look, it's not happening. I'm addicted. I'm sorry. I'm addicted to Apex.
Are you platinum yet?
No, I'm not. No.
Yeah,
Ranked has been kicking my ass. Soloing has been kicking my ass.
Let me come get you the platty, bro. I'll never get the platinum, but I can live through you and I can get you the platinum. With that being said, we will see y'all in the next one. The stream is starting soon. And no, I do not have bars tonight, but y'all can get this outro music.
Child, I love how you said that.
And just like that,